And when it does come out on DVD, don't buy one. Buy 10. Now, I'm not trying to be funny. Let me tell you what about 10. You're sowing a seed. And then you give those strategically. You send your friends, go out to the movies when it's at the theater and see it 2 or 3 times. And, I'm a preacher. Preachers know how to say this. So let me answer the questions. Yes, ma'am.
Do you think we'll have it before the election?
He said September.
Yes, ma'am.
September. It will be available before the election. There's a gentleman standing up waving his hand. It's going to be hard to see everybody. Yes, sir.
That's all right. I'll talk loud. I will speak Spanglish if you don't. Okay. I feel like I'm your brother. I was born, raised in South America. We did not have slaves, but we are in the same plantation for the same reason.
Give me your question, though, because you got about 20 brothers and sisters. Come on.
I believe there's an existential threat over and above what we're talking here, and that is the education of our children regarding socialism and the American way. We're losing our children. That needs to be addressed, because once you get the children to start thinking, the socialist way, the capitalist way, it's just 2 different things.
Question.
We lose the concept.
Okay.
Very good.
Now, the way C.L., Glenn Beck, David Barton, there's a project now to improve America's archives and to bring it up to the 21st century and make it interactive. And there's also, contact your members of Congress, your governors, your mayors, and everybody, because the archives now have to be interactive. They have to be 21st century ready. That's why C.L., he has a book, and we have the commemorative magazine. Remember, today you're getting 2. But also, this movie is interactive. You saw it had the rap. You saw it had everything. How do we teach our children? We teach them. We tell them the truth. And then we have these books and these movies and these films, and we bring it into the community. And there's one race, human.
Amen.
And so we teach our children.
Will there be a place on the internet where we can find a movie theater to find it?
Absolutely. That is runawayslavemovie.com. runawayslavemovie.com. And then we have runharder.net. runharder.net. But the primary place that I direct everyone is to the movie website, runawayslavemovie.com.
Let's take some from over here and we'll swing that. Gentleman in the blue shirt. Okay.
Hi, my name is Chris. I'm from New York. A lot of what happened in that movie I see up in New York City.
Okay.
I met
Question.
a gentleman who has that mentality that they're instantly defeated.
Okay.
I feel like if I would go and try to talk to somebody like that, because I'm a white guy, they wouldn't trust me. What can I do? How can I talk to somebody who doesn't?
We had a campaign. We had a wonderful campaign with a film called Martha 21 and also with Blood Money. And what we did, we are making these resources. That's the reason. So if you have a member of the African American community that needs information, sow a seed, get the movie, get the commemorative book, give it to them, and pray.
To get to your question, the best way to handle that, let me first by saying this. From my white conservatives, I hear it all the time. Keith, I cannot dialogue with blacks or Hispanics because I'm white. You got to keep in mind who established the first diversity outreach program that had a major impact in this world. That was Jehovah God, when he commissioned Paul to take the gospel to the Gentiles. Paul was a Jew by ethnicity. He was commissioned to take the gospel to people of different races. Yeah. Conservatives are mostly white. We want to take the life-empowering message of what? The conservative philosophy to people of different races. You have to be trained how to do it.
Different ethnic groups,
yes.
One race.
You have to be trained how to do it.
Ethnic groups, human race,
okay.
Ethnic groups. One race.
So what we have to do, what we teach the Frederick Douglass Republican methodology, where we teach and train conservatives how to share the life-empowering values of your conservative philosophy to anybody. Well, they can't call you a racist, they can't call you an Uncle Tom. You can't call a Frederick Douglass Republican a racist or an Uncle Tom. It doesn't work. So we teach that.
Go ahead, quickly.
I have a comment on that. When I talk to people, I look them in their eyes and I speak the truth. As I'm being trained and as I'm learning, I look people in the eyes and I speak the truth. I let race be their issue, not my issue. When you speak to people, people will listen to you. And if they got hang-ups, let them keep them. You just keep speaking the truth. And those who have ears to hear, they will hear. And I also wrote a book myself, and Alveda was waving it. It's called Obama, Why Black America Should Have Doubts. I wrote this before the elections in 2008. And I just want to say I'm so moved by what Reverend Brian is doing. Please be a part of this project, because the truth has no chains. All we have to do is stand forward and speak it.
There's a scripture in the book of John, and Jesus said that we all may be one. So we get past, I can't talk to black people because I'm not black. I can't talk to Caucasian people because I'm not Caucasian. Can't talk to Latino people because we are one human race. So you pray first, and then you pray at the end, and you pray in between. And you tell the truth and shame the devil. And you speak the truth. That's why Glenn is doing Restoring Love, because love never fails. So if you go to tell the people truth and love, people will actually hear love. Okay. The lady right at the top waving, and then we're going to come on this side for real.
Is there any way, or do you have any plans to put this movie in the hands of educators?
Educators?
It is our goal, once it comes out on DVD, to make the college campus and high school campus tour. I will encourage you now to set up in your various towns with young Republicans, young conservatives, these types of meetings, because otherwise the college campuses will not allow us on the campus. Neither will schools. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I wanted to thank Reverend Brian and all of you for your effort. And I wanted to say that this movie, it's a quick statement, has cemented in my mind the courage of the black people in America. They very well be the key to saving this country. What brought you out of slavery, that courage will save us.
We're going to take about two more, I think. Two more. Anybody down front, if we didn't come? Yes, ma'am.
I just had a question for you. You were talking about how to inform people, and I just need some information where to go to learn how to talk, because in my family, I see my nieces and nephews bellying up to the government talk, and to me it's like watching them sell their souls for trinkets. And just to learn ways to talk to people, to get the point across, no matter what race.
The start is this
No
movie.
matter what ethnic group, we're
We're one race. No, if I could, in a nutshell, I can't give the details. You don't have time for that. But God has put a word inside of me. I wrote a book called Frederick Douglass Republicans. In that book, I share the methodology of engagement. And I can talk to you later after that. But the movie is the key to doing that. We got to get the message out. That's part of get the word out there to change the hearts and the minds.
I see this lady right here has been waving her hand.
Thank you. God bless you guys. Absolutely. Resources all over the place. Are they centralized?
What were those websites again? 'Cause
No,
Websites.
Can make
Run away,
links
run harder,
some way so we can get to all of them in a spot.
I tell you what, we will centralize that for you. You go to runawayslavemovie.com within the next few days, couple of days, and I'll have them centralize it for you.
I hear everyone talking about how do you talk to other people, and I think what we should say and what the film showed is that we as blacks have problems getting this message to each other. So the fact that you're having problems getting it to blacks, understand we have the same problem that you do, and we're also black. So if we just ask you to please hang in there and understand that we keep trying, don't give up, because it's that important.
Okay, go ahead.